Ah, السلام عليكم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله محمد سيد الأولين والآخرين مدد يا بسم الله مدد يا سيدنا محمد ما شاء الله دستور ما شاء الله تعالى سنشوف محمد طريقتنا الصحبة والخير في الجمعية Peygamberimizin güzel sıfatlarından insanlardan iyi muamele olması, iyilik yapması.
One of the beautiful characteristics of our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, was that he used to get along with everyone well and that he would treat everyone well.
Herkesin iyi geçinmesi.
Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, used to be in good terms with everyone always.
Onun yolu budur, bu yoldan
His way is the way of treating everyone with goodness.
biz de aynı yapmamız lazım.
And we are required to follow this way of treating others with goodness and getting along with others.
Ne kadar insanlarla iyi geçinirsen o kadar iyi olmuş olur.
The more you are in good relation with others, the better it will be for you.
Peygamberimizin yolundan gitmiş olursun.
And by having good relation with others and getting along with others, you follow the example and the way set forth by our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him.
Yani sana doğrudan zarar vermek için istemedikten sonra insanlarla
Unless people want to harm you straightforwardly,
geçinebilir.
it is advisable to get along with people and to treat people well.
İnsanlarla idare edebilir. Tabi bazen bir şey yapabilirsin. İki yol var. Birisi
When you do something, there are always two ways.
kötülükle, birisi iyilikle.
There's one way of doing it through badness, and there's the other way by doing it with goodness.
Sen devamlı iyiliği seç ki
always prefer the way of goodness.
başın ağrımasın.
If you prefer the way of goodness, then you won't end up with headache.
Bu Peygamber Efendimiz sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem'in yolunda gidip bu insanı sonra kazanabilirsin.
And by always acting based on goodness, you will be following the way of our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, and you will be winning that people's heart with whom you are interacting with.
Onun dost olabilirsin. Onu da doğru yola çekmiş olursun.
And by being in good terms with others, treating others well, and having good relations, you will be getting friends with those people, and you will be attracting them to the good way too.
Öteki türlü düşman olursan bir fayda etmez.
There's no use or benefit in becoming enemies with others.
Hem sen kötülük etmiş olursun hem karşı taraf uzaklaşmış olur.
By being enemies with others, you will have caused yourself to do badness, and you will be the means for others to distance themselves from this way.
Güzel yollardan, iyilikten, onun için
By treating others badly, you will cause them to distance themselves from the way of goodness.
iyiliği getirir derler.
It is said that goodness brings goodness,
Kötülük de kötülüğü.
and badness will lead to badness.
Yani her türlü yol iyiliğe gitmesi lazım.
You should make sure that you always choose the way of goodness.
Yani bazen yol ya bir şey var, bir engel var yoldan.
Sometimes it may not be easy to follow the way of goodness, and there may be an obstacle in between.
Onun etrafından geçip
Nevertheless, you should not deviate from the way of goodness, but you can just walk past by that obstacle
Gene doğru yola gidebilirsin.
and then continue on your way of goodness.
Yok illa da burada şey yapacaksın. Durursun orada. O yoldan ilerleyemezsin.
If there is an obstacle, try to walk past that obstacle and to continue on your way. Don't get stuck in front of that obstacle and don't make that obstacle to be your dead end. Instead, just walk by it and try to continue on your way of goodness.
Onun için insanları idare edin.
Do try to get along with people and treat them well.
Mudaratın nas okumak yani ben insanlara idare edeyim diye Allah beni göndermiş.
Our beloved prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "I was sent, but to treat people well, to get along with people, and to be in good relation with people."
Diyor Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem. Onun yolu güzeldir.
His way, the way of our beloved prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, is the way of goodness.
Çoğu zaman insanlar iyi insanı görüp onun yolunda gitmek ister.
His way is beautiful, and when people see others who follow the good way, who see the beauty of following the good way, then people will feel attracted and will feel attracted to follow that beautiful way themselves.
Ona muhabbeti olur. Onun muhabbetle doğru yola gelir.
By setting a good example, by treating others well with goodness and following the way of goodness, others will themselves feel attracted to that beauty, and they themselves will then want to follow that way of goodness.
Dediğimiz gibi yani o yol bazen kapalı olur dediğimiz gibi. Onun
Sometimes the way of goodness may appear blocked,
nasıl aşacağınızı
and then sometimes you might find yourself in a situation where you wonder how to open up that way, to continue on that way of goodness.
düşünmek lazım. İyilikle aşması lazım.
And you will open up that barrier through goodness.
Öteki türlü kötülükle olursa durup kalırsın.
Badness will only make you end up in a dead end.
Ne sana fayda olur ne başkasına fayda olur.
And with badness, you will neither benefit yourself nor others.
Allah insanlara anlaşmak için akıl vermiş.
Allah Almighty has given you a mind to think in order to find the ways of how to treat others well and how to get along with others.
O aklı kullanırsa muhakkak iyiliğe gider.
And when you use your mind for that purpose, you will find the way of goodness.
Akıl kullanmayınca, aklı gidince insanın muhakkak kötülük yapıp ondan sonra
If you don't use your mind, if you lose your mind, then you will do badness,
pişman olur.
and then you will do something which you will then later regret.
Allah yardım etsin hepimize.
May Allah Almighty support us all.
Zor günlerde yaşanıyor.
We now live in difficult days,
İnsanları da idare etmek zor.
and it is difficult to get along with people these days.
Bir dakikada bakıyorsun, insanlar sabır yok, patlıyorlar.
Within a minute, people's moods change, and they may explode.
Birbirlerine hakaretler ediyorlar.
Then they speak badly to each other.
Bazen daha ileri gidip kavgada edebiliyorlar.
Then they argue with each other, fight each other.
O daha ileri gidip birbirlerini öldürebiliyorlar.
And they even go further to the extent that they even kill each other.
Onun için ne kadar idare edebilirse o kadar kazançlı olur insan.
Therefore, the more you get along well with people, the more you treat people well, the better and more beneficial for you.
Şimdi kavga bile etsen sabredip de bir şey söylemesen
Even if you are in a state of argument,
biraz sıkıntı olur ama
you should rather prefer the way of keeping silent and trying to tolerate and try to get along Of course, this may not be easy.
Biraz sonra geçer.
However, that distress you may experience will fade away.
Ötekine kavga edersen artık tamam.
But if you yourself fight back,
Bütün vakit moralin bozulur.
then you will always make yourself be unhappy.
Kötü hissedersin yani.
And you will feel bad.
Onun için de ne kadar idare edebilirse insan hiçbir zaman
Therefore, it's better to get along as long and as much as you can.
kavgaya, gürültüye gerek yok.
You should never resort to fighting back, to arguing, quarreling.
İnşallah. Amin. Allah tevfik. El Fatiha.